Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven, and welcome to San Diego. I am at Station Landing, which is a little mixed-use facility. Apparently, it used to be a naval training facility, I think, and now it's restaurants, offices, shops. It's cute, and it's different than just walking across the street to the marina. It's across the street from our hotel, which is nice enough, but I've seen it a number of times. And I was sitting here with my Starbucks, realizing I hadn't talked to you guys in almost a week. I've missed you. And I figured I would stop and say hi. Something else I realized as I was about to film is that I never really talk about my trips very much. Other flight attendants will frequently vlog about their 3 or 4 day trip, and they'll give a little synopsis of what they're doing, frequently in their hotel room, saying what they did. See ya, I'll talk to you tomorrow, back in the hotel room. And people seem to love watching it, but yeah, my trips are rarely that interesting, and this isn't really one of those most interesting trips either, but it's a good classic standard trip for me. So I thought I'd give you a little synopsis of what this trip has been like and what it's like right now. It's a 3-day trip that I'm on. The first day we had 3 legs, second day 3 legs, the last day today. What is that beeping? Oh, it's a truck backing up. I apologize if you can hear that. So it's a 3-3-1, which is good only in that the last day at least is just easy and simple. The first were not. So I had to write down the trip on a piece of paper here because it feels complicated. So the first day we started in Las Vegas, of course, that's my base. We flew to Denver, which is always nice. People in Denver, I just love them. Then we flew to Houston, and then we flew to Detroit. The whole day, totally uneventful. Outside of having a cabin full of children, I don't know why, but the last 2 days it was like a regular Orlando flight. I mean, just chock full of children. For the most part, really well behaved. One day, I think I might do a video just on dealing with children on board an aircraft. So if you think that's a good idea, drop a comment or a little thumbs up down there and let me know. That might be a good video to film. We slept in Detroit. There is absolutely nothing near our hotel. Our hotel is absolutely in the middle of nothing. There's another airplane. And I think we had like 19 hours. It's an Alaska flight. We had about 19 hours. So I slept in. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Went to the gym. Nothing weird. And then we had a nice normal show in the morning. No early shows this trip, thank God. And then we flew from Detroit to Kansas City, which is another one of my favorite destinations because the people are just so damn nice. We flew back to Las Vegas, and then we flew here to San Diego. And if those days don't sound very long, you haven't flown those kinds of days. And they're not even the worst days. 3 legs, not bad, but that's usually pretty much the max. There are very few 4-leg days for us in my airlines. So 3 days is 3 legs in a day is a pretty long day for us. A duty day of 12 hours on average, like that. Not the worst day, but by the time you get into that 3rd leg, it's like, oh, Josh, shoot me. I don't know how Southwest flight attendants do it. You guys just seem to always fly like 5 legs, 6 legs. I don't know. Regionals, I don't know how you do it. I don't. You work too hard for me. Today is just a leg back to Las Vegas from San Diego. How easy is that? It should probably take us 50 minutes. Just enough time to get up in the air, do a quick service, and land. It's very nice. So the 2 things about this trip that have characterized it, 3 things. First, as a flight attendant, when you're new, and I do apologize for the air traffic, when you're a new flight attendant, you will definitely approach everyone you work with as potential friends, and everyone is a potential friend. I'm sorry for the noise. This is where editing would really come in handy. Everyone is a potential friend, but when you're brand new and you're a reserve, you really do approach everyone as if they're going to be a friend. And then, unfortunately, you'll learn the hard way that there are lots of bad apples in this industry. Unfortunately, drowned out by the number of good apples, but there's a fair number of bad apples. So you learn to be a little bit cautious for a moment or two, and I'm learning that process now myself, actually. Being a little bit more cautious, waiting to see if you're really honestly on the same page. But one of the things I've experienced lately is deciding after flying with someone for one trip that I'm not fond of them. Because they were jerks, they were in bad moods, they complained the whole time, blah, blah, blah. And then to fly with them another time and then discover that you really, really like them. And who knows, like passengers, you don't know what's going on in their life. So, if they're having a bad trip and they're being creeps during a trip, you never know what's going on. I never know what's going on. So, for example, a young lady I'm flying with, I'd seen her around. I think we flew together once briefly, but I was like, all right, whatever. She's dating somebody that I was like, I've flown with them once. It was okay. And I wasn't really looking forward to it, honestly. I hope she doesn't see this. But we have flown together in the back of 320 for this 3-day trip. And boy, we just click. I really, really, genuinely, really, really like her a lot. I really do hope to fly with her again. She's fantastic. She's actually taught me a few things about doing service that have really helped streamline my service. I'm really grateful for her. Another thing that's defined this trip is you hear the phrase, don't leave your crew, stick with your crew. So if you get to the shuttle for the airport, from the hotel early, don't go to the hotel without letting your crew know where you're going. We got into Detroit. It was at maximum 30 degrees. It was cold. And for me, now that I'm used to Las Vegas and have lived in Florida for a couple of years, 30 degrees is really cold. I didn't have a hat. My ears were freezing off my head. And my other coworker, my position C, she was with me, and we're freezing. She's standing up near the heater inside this little shelter. And we're like, where the heck is our lead? Where did she go? We just saw her. She ran for the shuttle for the hotel, got on the shuttle, waved behind at people who were in our uniform, thinking that it was us. And then apparently at some point during the shuttle ride, she realized that it wasn't us. And she sent me a message on Facebook on Messenger saying, oh, gee, it's so funny. I thought that you were behind me, and we took off. Not cool. So we had to wait for another shuttle, and she waited in the hotel lobby to apologize, which is to her credit. But I literally told her, I didn't even suggest that I was irritated. I told her I was irritated. And I said, it's one thing that you mistook the other crew for us, but it's another that you actually looked at the shuttle driver and said, oh, it's okay. It's not them. We can leave. Not cool. We had to wait for another shuttle. It was really cold. The next morning, I let it slide because I got over it. She hadn't. She was like, whatever, hi. All right, fine. So, stick with your crew. Don't leave your crew. Or if you're going to leave your crew, let them know you're going to the airport early or that you're leaving for the gate early. Very important, so you can help get along as best as you can with your crew. And it did help form some solidarity between me and my other coworkers as well. Maybe that's part of why we get along so well today. And so that's my trip. I'm going to be back in Las Vegas about 4 o'clock. Boy, it's so beautiful here. The leaves are falling gently from the trees. There are some giant crows flying around. There is some lots of hummingbirds At this time of the year, I didn't expect it, but there's lots of hummingbirds, and they're like bullets. They're flying so fast. I'm off track. So I get back into Las Vegas about 4 o'clock today, and I'm going to shoot right home and then go make sure that Buddy has some food and some water outside. And then this is kind of a Buddy update too. And so then I'm going to make sure he has some food and some water. I'm going to give him some love if I can find him, because last time I got home, it took me a while for him to actually come to the house, to the apartment. And then after he has had some love and wants some alone time, I'm going to run over to CVS and buy some Zyrtec, because after he visits my apartment, he comes inside now. I told you in my last video I wasn't going to let him in. I had to. I'll tell you about Buddy, what my plans are for Buddy in another video. But I'm going to shoot home to CVS, buy some Zyrtec, because when he's been in my apartment for about 10 minutes, I start to feel it right here in my chest, and that is a precursor to me stopping breathing. So I need some Zyrtec. And then I'm going to continue browsing on Amazon for a cat tree and some automatic feeders. I know. It's awful. I am so in love with this cat. All right, so this video has gone from a recap of my trip into all about my cat. And yes, I realize I just said my cat. The cat. Buddy. Who eventually will be my cat. All right, so this has not been the most educational video, but I wanted to say hi because I miss you guys. There's something about talking to this camera, to you, through this lens, that makes me feel good. I don't know, and today I need to feel good. I'm in a good mood now because I'm talking to you and I got some caffeine, but I had a really rough morning. I got some news about my mother, which is not good, and I haven't talked about my family either in these videos. So maybe that's a separate video. It's certainly not about being a flight attendant. I got some bad news, and so I needed to cheer myself up, so I got some coffee. I got to sit out in this beautiful courtyard, and I got to talk to you guys. So what did I want to say? Oh yes, so what do you think about a video about handling children on board an aircraft? What do you think? So I think that might be a good video. Let me know what you think, or if you have any particular questions about handling children, child wrangling on an airplane, that might be good. So give me a little help, and give me some questions you might have about handling kids on board an aircraft, and that might be one of my next videos, or it might be something I keep as an idea to share with you guys during Vlogmas. Yes, I'm going to try my first Vlogmas. Very exciting. All right, I've rambled long enough. I'll talk to you guys later. Fly safe. Bye. One more look at... Oh, you just never know what you'll see when you look up. Some shirtless guy walking across. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Fly safe. Oh, gosh. That's a big-ass plane. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Fly safe.